Hello and a very warm welcome to the Saudi Building and Infrastructure Summit interviews, where we highlight and deep dive the experts who are rapidly expanding projects in Saudi Arabia. IBMAR, the organizer of this summit, has curated insightful discussions and networking opportunities to explore the future of infrastructure development in the kingdom. My name is Renee Bourne, and I am delighted to be facilitating these discussions today. We are proud to spotlight one of our pioneering sponsors, ENGIE Solutions, supporting the vision of a sustainable and thriving future for the kingdom. We are joined today by Abdullah Sibai, General Manager for ENGIE Solutions KSA, and Barry Clarke, Facility Management Agent, Director for King Salman Energy Park, SPARK, and ENGIE Solutions. As a global leader in energy and facilities management, ENGIE Solutions is committed to advancing sustainable infrastructure in Saudi Arabia. The company's operations span major projects like the
International Maritime Industries
and King Salman Energy Park. Abdullah will share how ENGIE Solutions' integrated facility management and innovations contribute to the kingdom's economic diversification and sustainability goals. Let's dive into the conversations and collaborations that will drive the next wave of progress. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, Renee, for the introduction.
Welcome. Welcome, Abdullah. Can you tell us about ENGIE Solutions and its operations within the kingdom?
Renee, first of all, thank you for hosting us as ENGIE Solution, me and Barry specifically. And we are delighted to be on your platform. And we're happy to share with you our success stories and our expertise within the IFM, our facility management industry in Saudi Arabia and globally. So let me start with the ENGIE Solution as an introduction. ENGIE Solution has been operating in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for a long period of time, specialized into facility management systems. Specifically, when we're saying IFM, I don't want to say TFM right away, because TFM, it's close. Sometimes you need, if we rely on subcontractor, that become TFM. But we're gonna focus on the IFM, Integrated Facility Management System. We operate in all four corners of Saudi Arabia, whether it is a remote area or main cities like Riyadh, Dammam, or we call it Eastern, Western, and Central provinces in general. We serve prestigious clients throughout the system like IMI, SPARK, BAE system, and so many others, and data centers like Khazan, like IBMAR, and like Jawhara, and so many other facets. In general, we are keen and we are focused our expertise into hard and soft maintenance. What we mean by hard, which is we offer comprehensive services to the industry. Actually, it is tailored at serving the need of Saudi Arabia infrastructure facilities. And that's why we design our strategy in order to cater to the need of Saudi Arabia, the current and future need of Saudi Arabia infrastructure. Let me start by hard maintenance. Hard maintenance, of course, it is like HVAC, electrical, and electromechanical work in general. Then we can move from that for energy sustainability, which is energy efficiency. We are pioneer into that, and we bring values to this sector. And not to forget the soft services as well. So we are comprehensive service provided for facility management. We bring into it, along with it, to make it success, which is we want to differentiate ourselves from the rest of the industry. We focus, as I said, on sustainability, on technological cutting edge, which is very important into facility management, and we prepare ourselves to provide to mega projects. And then mega projects, they need top-notch expertise in order to deliver, make a project, and to be flexible and to be cost-effective on top of it. And more importantly, solution-oriented in general. We have along the FMA sector, alongside what we provide, as we said, IFM, we have the FMA sector, which is consultant, and we act on behalf of the client in order to provide, manage their subcontract and their facility and their assets on their behalf. So those two main areas in general we operate in, and we are looking forward, we are already part of the Saudi Vision 2030, and we are looking forward to change the industry landscaping into the niche we are operating in. The success of Saudi Arabia is embarked on a huge transformation, and we wanted to walk it along with Saudi Arabia and make it success. Whatever we can contribute with toward the talent and development, training development, and technological, bring about the technological transformation and asset and the know-how. So this is who we are in Saudi Arabia right now.
Perfect. So much, Abdullah, for that contribution. We're going to zoom in on Barry just for a minute and ask a few questions before we come back and close with some takeaways on Saudi Vision 2030 with you, Abdullah. Welcome, Barry. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
My pleasure, Renee.
Thank you. How does ENGIE's expertise in managing giga projects like Spark set it apart in the Saudi market?
Well, I think it's the unique blend of experience and exposure that ENGIE as a business has, not only ENGIE Solutions, but the wider corporate body, where we're able to learn from each other's experiences. And obviously ENGIE have massive mega project experience across the globe. So by tapping into that puts us at a particular advantage when it comes to the mega projects in the region. Obviously, ENGIE Solutions focuses on operations and maintenance, facilities management, the traditional service delivery. But when we get engaged in a mega project, it's usually at the start, the concept stage or the design stage, where we're actually influencing the outcome of the project. And our input at that level means that the client ultimately gets a better service delivery when Abdullah's FMA team, service delivery team steps into the market. So we're into strategy, project management, the consultancy side of the business, developing and designing operational procedures that will see the mega project through. And obviously all of that comes from the technology that ENGIE are able to deploy and call on, the resources, the people, because obviously we have a different skill set project management and FMA level than service delivery does. We've got to be able to write the recipe as well as deliver the recipe. So, ENGIE and its magnitude of experiences and backgrounds and other projects feed us the ability to deliver through the various phases of a project: design, transition, and then probably the important element, the defect liability period or the readiness period for steady state service delivery. So I think ENGIE, with its technology, with its ability to attract and keep people, even in the region, and its experience in project management and computer-aided facilities management systems allows us to deliver a holistic package to the customer and deal with the various stakeholders, the design team, the construction team, the commissioning team, and then the client users, the actual end users of the facility. So I think all of those attributes give us an edge. There are very few other companies in the region that will have that breadth and depth of experience and exposure.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Barry. Barry, if I can ask you another question, what unique FM challenges does a mega project like Spark face, and how are you as ENGIE Solutions addressing them?
That's a very good question. Obviously, agility, which I think Abdullah's already mentioned, is important because you start this journey with a sheet of paper that's got some conceptions and some aspirations of the client, and as the project evolves, things have to change. Construction methodologies, material selection, a whole host of other factors impact the start vision to the final end delivery vision, and being able to be agile in that process is important. So agility, which means that you need quite experienced staff and consultants and engineers to be part of the team. Understanding of the various stakeholder problems is another challenge, because you've got project management teams, you've got design teams, and knitting all of those interests together is important. But our aim as the people that see the project through from design all the way through to steady state service delivery is about the soft landing for the client and the building project users at the end of the project. That's about the transfer of data and information, making sure that making sure the data and the information that's being transferred is relevant, appropriate, and we're not loading data and information that was 3 iterations ago, so that the end users, the engineers that deliver the operations and maintenance tasks have the right data in the right format when they need to conduct maintenance activities. So, the projects, just the sheer size of them, mean that you've got to have a different approach to building or being involved in a project, something like Spark, which is 110 phase 1 industrial units and all the supporting infrastructure, utilities, and other community facilities, to the skills that you would deploy on a single tower building or something. So it's about maturity of thought, the right people, the right technology. There's a whole host of issues that are surrounding a mega project as opposed to a building. And the biggest thing we try and do is integrate into experience and exposure, as I've said before, making sure that we use technology properly, making sure that we've got the right people in the right place at the right time, and that those people stay, because retention is quite a big issue in our industry, and in particular with all the other mega projects that are going on in the region. The grass is always greener on the other side, and the deal is always better on the other side. So trying to retain and keep those that staff, which fortunately the ENGIE name helps us to do that. So ENGIE in itself, with its support and backup of human resources and approach to training, development and retention, all help in delivering that solution.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Barry. You touched on so many important points right there. If I can ask you one more question, Barry. ENGIE Solutions is renowned for its commitment to sustainability and innovation in managing large-scale projects. Can you elaborate on how ENGIE is leveraging smart technologies and data-driven approaches to optimize energy consumption and reduce the environmental footprint of these mega projects in the Kingdom?
Yeah, obviously as a stakeholder in the project, we only have influence. At the end of the day, the sustainability agenda is driven by the client and his desire to develop a smart city or a sustainable, have a sustainability agenda. So we're very much driven by the client's aspirations and the client's attitude towards sustainability. But where ENGIE come to the fore again is, as a energy company, we recognise the value of efficiency, effectiveness and other sustainability agenda items. Everybody focuses on energy as the sustainability driver, but actually there are a lot more things you could be doing, and we try and integrate and introduce into our projects transport initiatives, alternative energy solutions, procurement strategies, materials selection. There's a whole host of initiatives that we try and introduce into projects. Now, smart city is just simply about data and information and remote, or having the ability to remotely control and monitor the environment and the circumstances, road traffic flows, rail flows, all of these things, so that we're reducing the carbon footprint in real time, having introduced the strategies in the first place that mean that we buy only sustainable products or footprint-free products and those sorts of issues. So again, it's in the ENGIE DNA about energy management and the associated sustainability issues. So to us, it's I'm afraid it's second nature. But sometimes it's a big ask to sell those initiatives to a stakeholder that only sees investment and doesn't see the long-term benefit. Although I have to say, more and more companies and corporate bodies are becoming aware of their obligations and responsibilities. So it is becoming easier to sell those initiatives, whatever they may be. Here at Spark, we're introducing energy generating walkways. We're introducing trees with wind generating, energy generating devices. We're trying to introduce as much as we can and make it real sustainability rather than just playing lip service to it.
Jumping across to you, Abdullah. Our last question: in what ways does ENGIE work on these projects align with the Support Saudi Vision 2030 objectives?
Okay, it's a very good question, Renee. This question, we find ourselves, within, specifically now we are in Saudi Arabia. I believe we came at the right time in Saudi Arabia. This has started more than, I would say, almost 10 years ago. like the transformation of Saudi Arabia into a global player, into even transforming its economy, diversification, and the Vision 2030 and beyond, which is the environmental sustainability, plus the whole facet of things within Saudi Arabia. It is really true, I call it true revolution in Saudi Arabia, but in the sense of revolution changing the whole thing from the traditional, what people believe of Saudi Arabia, to the new era of Saudi Arabia. And we are blessed to be, to be in Saudi Arabia at that time, because we can contribute a lot to this, the vision of Saudi Arabia and the transformation into Saudi Arabia. Let me start by first the diversification. We contribute a lot to the economy of Saudi Arabia through the diversification. Originally, Saudi Arabia is known for its oil-based economy in general. And in the start of a new era, specifically, that embarked minimum, 7-8 years with the Prince Mohammed and the King Salman initiative about transforming Saudi Arabia economy from oil-based, which will stay, but to contribute from other facets of economy, specifically non-oil-based economy, and that's what we need to bring diversification into the economy. By us taking involved into servicing the mega project or taking on mega project by itself, that's called diversification. On top of it, what we mean by that, we created specific niche in the market of facility management, which is facility management coupled with strategy, cutting edge, technological cutting edge, efficient facility management, encompass, I don't want to call it centralized, one-stop facility management that can cater to the whole thing, including mega project. And those cutting edge, I will call it technology, along with the know-how of ENGIE Solutions in the facility management, in the innovation we bring about, making it like industry by itself, and that can contribute to the economy from efficiency, from bringing more revenues, expanding the sectors, servicing some area was like weak, or let's call it people were afraid to venture in because there are no service provider can cater to such industry, specifically the new infrastructure of Saudi Arabia. So in need of this company that can understand and bring the knowledge, know-how, and innovation in order to deliver such a project. On top of it, we what we call it the talent, Saudi local talent. We really what we do, we invest in it, training and development, and make sure this training and development equipment into the 21st century and beyond for the FM industry. So that's the diversification. If we're talking about sustainability, is another facet. As we said, ENGIE Solutions is known for or renowned for its zero carbon, specifically in the future in Europe and abroad and everywhere it goes. It's really proud itself in that, renewable and energy efficiency. So for environmental sustainability, we try to practice within the FM industry or bring about that to make sure we carry our practice with reduced, let's call carbon, and make sure that the footprint of lesser carbon or minimized carbon is there within our practice, on daily practice, whether we use the technology or we use we maximize for the equipment or whatever it is we utilize in order to make sure that we are near zero carbon for the environmental technology. Even we use smart building, we use AI intelligence, and so many others to maximize the environmental sustainability I don't want to mention, the solar, the renewable, the smart building, recycling and waste management, and the daily use of our energy conservation within our practice and efficiency. So this is when we talk about sustainability and environmental sustainability and diversification. If we want to talk about developing local talent, it's crucial for us. Local talent, we have to be part we call it of the local, wherever we operate, we have to be part of the community. In order to be successful, we have to be involved within the community and make sure that the community is thriving within KSA. That's what we do. We really capitalize on developing the local talent and bring them into, introduce the FM industry, equipment with knowledge, expertise, on-job training and everything. So in the future, they can do it on their own. And this, as we said, we owe it to the country and we practice it and we believe in it. Yes, it is time consuming, but definitely it will be successful. Knowledge transfer, that's always knowledge transfer is very important. We transfer after whatever we do, like for IMI's part, Barry can say, part of our job beside the training and development is knowledge transfer at the end of it. And we have wealth of knowledge, and that's all because of our talents, our staff, like Barry and others, and this is our capital and our assets. So at the end of the game, we transfer the knowledge in order to make sure that the community and the country we operate in get the best practice from us. Comprehensive training, I already talked about it. We have very comprehensive training program in order to make sure that every skill within our or staff within our organization receive the proper training. It is for their own growth and development, and if they grow and they succeed, we succeed and the country would succeed in turn. We contribute in enhancing quality of life. Quality of life in Saudi Arabia is very important. What do we mean by quality of life? First, we have, safe work environment. It's very important. It is our doctrine to provide safe work environment for everybody. Then we move forward with beyond the safe work environment about sustainable, efficient and sustainable living standard. What we mean sustainable living standard? People who are working for us, they have sustainable living standard. Even the community we operate in, when we reduce carbon and we use the practices on environmental sustainability, that will contribute to the community lifestyle, or let's call it quality of life. Last one, working environment. Working environment is very important. People will strive within if you have a proper, conducive working environment. And that's our values, and we'll make sure that we have a proper working environment. What we say, happy people, happy company, happy country. So this is our motto, what we do, and we practice it. We just talk about it. We don't believe in just, we, as we said, we do the talk, but we walk the walk on top of it. Focus on technological innovation. Saudi Arabia wants, especially when it comes to data center and other artificial intelligence, Saudi Arabia aims to become the hub of cutting edge technology, which is, I believe, because it's strategic, what we call it geopolitics and strategic location. Saudi Arabia is capable of becoming, it's just a matter of time, the hub of cutting edge technology. When we use in our practice every day all this cutting edge technology, we contribute to the vision of 2030, and we support Saudi Arabia achieve its goal in general. So in conclusion, we support the economy diversification. We are part of the vision, diversification, environmental sustainability and development of local talent. That's our objective, and we are, I would say, I don't want to say 100%, But this is our aim, and we are achieving lots of it, but it's not the end of the game. It is daily continued thing to make sure those are being attained, inshallah. Hopefully I summarized some of what we can do in order to help Saudi Arabia achieve its vision.
Thank you so much, Abdullah. That was, wow, you covered a lot there. Thank you so much, a very generous contribution. Thank you so much for your time today, gentlemen. It's really been appreciated. Abdullah and Barry, it's been wonderful. We really look forward to following the evolution of ENGIE Solutions and the projects as they unfold. Have a fabulous day, gentlemen.
Same to you, Renee, and the team. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.